Hello friends, this is Micah. I'm going to share with you my first harvest of my vermihut plus worm tower from Vermitech. Highly recommend this system. It's worked really good for me so far. I'm going to start here by aerating my feeding tray that I've been using and feeding for about 3 months. You can see a lot of dust flying up, so I would recommend wearing a mask and doing this somewhere where you're not going to make a huge mess. Like I said, I highly recommend this. I think Vermitech's a good company. They have really good customer service. All right, we're gonna switch some trays. All right, now this is the tray that we will be harvesting today. So I'm gonna start by agitating it, trying to get the worms to migrate down to the new feeding tray. I am not that quick. We are going in fast forward. I'm gonna agitate 3 times, giving it a 15-minute break in between each time, allowing the worms to move down as much as possible. Had quite a few small strips of plastic in there probably from the mail, and we also have some large chunks of cocoa coir. Use the cheap cocoa coir that's made more for mulch, so I probably wouldn't recommend using that stuff. However, we're just gonna put it to the side and throw it back into the bin and let it decompose a little bit more. I'll be more careful definitely when I'm shredding paper that I don't get any plastic pieces in it. Alright, I believe this is my last agitation here. Good percentage of the worms have moved down to the next tray. Just a few left in here. I think I got most of the plastic out and most of the big chunks of cocoa coir. Alright, I'm going to start harvesting now. I'm going to move, clear out a corner because there is a few worms left in here so we can separate them out. One thing I did notice is that all my layers of trays had worms in them from the top to the bottom. My bottom two trays started off as dry bedding. So with that, I was able to not get much leachate because that all kind of just soaked into that dry bedding. Alright, got most of the castings out. Quick look at them. Now we're going to get this tray and dump those worms into the new feeding tray. This process was a little bit messy. All that dirt or worm castings on the bottom. Ended up soaking that in a decent sized tub and cleaning it off and using that to make some compost tea. aerate this level now. Oop, had a couple pieces of tape in there from the cardboard that was at the bottom. Alright, get that nice and fluffed up. I'm going to make a little area to feed. I'm going to dump some little bit of wheatgrass and some thawed out frozen fruits and vegetables. Gonna add some grains I grinded up, mostly wheat berries, some other stuff also. Gonna add a little bit of eggshell powdered, and we got a little bit of powdered biochar here. And here we have a little bit of brewer's malt. Found a little canister, so I figured I'm gonna give it a go. Now we're gonna cover that food up with the bedding. Pull out another piece of tape. And now we're gonna cover it with some dry bedding. This is about the time I realized that my work tray is still under there. We're gonna have to pull that baby off. Add those castings to my new feeding tray. Guess I could have put those into my finished castings, but didn't think of it. Set that to the side. Go ahead and add my leftover cocoa coir in a second here. Give that stuff a little more time to break down. Add a little touch up of bedding. Help keep the bugs out. Put our thermometer back in and close her up. Here's a look at the finished castings. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day.